Hey everyone, welcome back to week 6. I'm so glad that you have made it through the whole set of lessons, and I hope you have learned lots of things and have had fun along the way. So the last thing we want to talk about is just kind of going over what part of the plants we eat, and because that's the important part to know when you're growing vegetables, what part of the plants we eat, and having the knowledge that we eat lots of different parts of plants throughout all the different kinds of fruits and vegetables we eat. So you should have a folder ready to go with these items. Yours is front to back of these two sheets. So have those ready, have a writing utensil ready to go, and we will get started. So if you need to gather those items, press pause and come back. So what are we eating? Is it a root? Is it a stem? Is it a leaf? Is it a fruit? Or is it actually a vegetable? We often informally classify plant products by how they are consumed. If it is served with the main entree in a meal, we may consider it a vegetable. If it is sweet or served with a dessert, we usually consider it a fruit. But actually, there is a scientific botanical definition of fruits. In layman's terms, if it has a seed, or if it is a seed, is botanically a fruit of the plant. So grains are plant fruits, tomatoes are plant fruits, and cucumbers, squash, and pumpkins are all fruit plants as well. So what are vegetables? Vegetables are the vegetative part of the plant and the reproductive part of the plant before they bloom, set fruit from seeds. Of course, it isn't always so simple. In some plants, both the fruit and the vegetable portions are used as food. This is true with dill. The leaves are used as dill weed, and the immature flower heads are used as flavoring in dill pickles. These are vegetative. The dill seed, or the fruit, are also used in making dill pickles and as a spice. The leaves of the cilantro plant are used in Mexican cooking as an herb, which is vegetative. But when the plant develops seeds, the fruit, it is used as a spice and known as coriander. The politics or the law sometimes intervenes. So definitely a lot of confusing ways to categorize fruits and vegetables. But fun fact, in 1883, the Supreme Court ruled that tomatoes should be considered a vegetable for tax purposes. The U.S. Congress passed the Tariff Act of 1883 that imposed a 10% tariff on all imported vegetables. The tax collector in New York Harbor was collecting tax on tomatoes as a vegetable. Fruit importers and the Nix brothers sued the back taxes, claiming that tomatoes were actually a fruit and therefore should be not taxed. So, kind of some fun facts between some vegetables and fruits. So, let's kind of go through our worksheets and fill out what parts of the plant we eat. So, back in that narrative, I had said that, for instance, tomatoes are fruit because they have seeds. So, anything that has seeds or is a seed itself is considered a vegetable botanically. So, I'll give you some examples, and then we're going to let you fill out some of the most popular fruits and vegetables that you eat in our What Do We Eat chart. So some examples are of vegetables. I kind of went through them in that narrative, but some forms of vegetables are leaves, modified leaves, part of the stems that we eat, and roots. So things like onions, broccoli, cauliflower, potatoes, turnips, carrots, beets, sweet potatoes. Those are all examples of vegetables. So examples of fruits botanically are tomatoes, like I mentioned, cucumbers, peppers, squash. Those are some of the non-popular items, or least or more confusing termed fruits. And then some obvious fruits are apples, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, things like that. So let's take out this worksheet, part of the plant, and let's just kind of look it over. So we've got the different parts of the plant categorized in diagram form on this. So we eat leaves of plants, flowers of plants, stems of plants, fruits, roots and seeds. So this kind of shows you a little bit of what each part of the plant does, but we're going to use this to help us fill out the next sheet. So get out this one here. That is, what do we eat? And I want you to pause this video and I want you to brainstorm what you commonly eat for fruits and vegetables, and I want you to categorize them underneath each column. So like underneath the leaves, lettuce could go here, asparagus could go here, onions could go here, and like broccoli could go here. So take a moment and pause this video and think about what you commonly eat with your lunch and your supper that can categorize underneath each of these columns. So take a minute, write some out, and then come back when you're ready. Okay, so some things that I would categorize in these columns. Underneath the leaf section, I eat a lot of lettuce. I eat a lot of herbs. Commonly, I eat like basil and parsley, and some thyme, things like that. Underneath leaves, I don't eat, or modified leaves, which can go underneath there. Garlic is actually considered a modified leaf, and I do eat a lot of garlic. But underneath the flower category, I don't eat a whole lot of that, but I do eat a little bit of cauliflower, and so a little bit of broccoli. And then underneath the stem, I eat a lot of asparagus. That's a good one to have underneath the stem. And you could also put cinnamon in that category as well. And then roots, I eat a lot of carrots, potatoes, and you might want to put like radishes down. That's underneath there. Maybe you eat ginger. That's also be underneath roots as well. Okay, so now that we've kind of had a moment to kind of brainstorm some of those, go through and write down in each one of the box which one is a vegetable and which one is a fruit. Some of those could have been very much a fruit. Some of them could have been a vegetable. So take a moment and pause and write out in each of those boxes which one is a fruit and which one of those are vegetables, and then come back when you're ready. So now we're on to the last page here of our activity. It says, what are we eating? And it's page 227 at the bottom. So these are just some things to think about now that we've kind of done a general overview of different parts of the plants and had a little bit of background of it. So what is the difference between fruit and vegetable? That's number one. And then number two, which one of these are leaves? So in each of the lines, circle, underline, highlight which one of those are leaves. And then list two vegetables that are roots in number three. And then in number four, list three fruits that are commonly known as fruits and scientifically also fruits. So take a moment and then fill out those answers and then come back when you're ready. So now that you filled those out, let's answer the question. So number one, what is the difference between fruit and vegetables? So I kind of did a little bit at the beginning of what the differences were. The most easiest way to think about it is fruit bears seeds inside them. That is the most easiest way to think about it. So if you're cutting open a produce and you have seeds inside, that's going to be a fruit. So tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, all commonly usually known as vegetables, but they are fruits. So if it has seeds inside, it is bearing a fruit, and so therefore it is fruit. So question number two, which one of these are leaves? So a lot of these are leaves in these categories. You could have underlined lettuce, spinach, and lettuce is in the last one, and then Brussels sprouts also have leaves. So then question number 3, list 2 vegetables that are roots. You could have listed anything like carrots, beets, parsnips, sweet potatoes, radishes, anything that grows underneath ground would be a root vegetable. And then number 4, list 3 fruits that are commonly known as fruits. Lot of options there. We've got apples, we've got peaches, we've got cantaloupe, we've got bananas, we've got oranges, lemons, blueberries, raspberries, grapes. There's a lot of fruits out there, so I'm sure that one was easy for you. So that is a little bit of a lesson behind what we're actually eating in terms of fruits and vegetables. There's a difference between the two, and a lot of fruits are commonly known as vegetables. So hopefully the next time you're in the grocery store, you can go through the aisles and pick out which ones are fruits, which ones are vegetables, and then also know what part of that plant we're eating, whether we're eating the leaves, the flowers, the stems, or the roots. So I hope you have had fun throughout the weeks and can now go through the grocery store and tell someone what part of the plant you're eating when you're going through the produce aisle. So enjoy the gardening, enjoy the beautiful weather in Iowa, and we'll talk soon.